webcasting for a worldwide audience.
You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters, and welcome to the very last Guess the Year. Yes, I'm nearly done, and because it's a special show, I've got a very special guest. My youngest guest ever, in fact, my lovely little granddaughter Lily. Say hello, Lily.
Hello.
And she's going to be with me throughout the show. She's going to be introducing some of the songs for me with a bit of luck. So you know how this works by now. I've got the year, I've got the music, and I've got the trivia. And we always start with the music.
You say I love you, boy. I know you lie. I trust you all the same. I don't know why. 'Cause when my back is turned, my bruises shine on a broken fairy tale, so hard to hide. I still believe it's you and me till the end of time. When we collide, we come together. If we don't, we'll always be apart. I'll take a bruise, I know you're worth it. When you hit me hard. Sitting in a wishing hall, hoping it stays right. Feet cast in solid stone. I got Gilligan's eyes. I still believe it's you and me till the end of time. When we collide, we come together. If we don't, we'll always be apart. I'll take a bruise, I know you're worth it. When you hit me hard. 'Cause you said our love is letting us go. Guess what? Our future is far. Many of heart. Our future's far. Many of heart. I still believe it's you and me till the end of time. When we collide, we come together. If we don't, we'll always be apart. I'll take a bruise, I know you're worth it. When you hit me hard.
That's it. We start the show with Matt Cardle, When We Collide. And that leads us firmly into January. On the 3rd of January, Prime Minister Gordon Brown announced that full body scanners will be introduced at UK airports following the failed attack on Northwest Airlines flight 253 on the 25th of December. The country was once again deluged by heavy snowfall as it endured its worst cold spell since the winter of 1981. That was on the 5th. On the 10th of January, Sunday Mirror defence correspondent Rupert Hammer was killed in an explosion in Afghanistan. The Ministry of Defence confirmed. Following the collapse of strike talks late last year, British Airways cabin crew decided to vote again on possible strike action. That was on the 18th. On the 26th, the Office for National Statistics announced that the UK was no longer in recession, with gross domestic product having grown by a measly 0.1%. I think that's enough boring stuff for now. Okay then, Lily, what's the next song on today's list?
The next song is Katy Perry, California Girls.
Excellent.
Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey.
I know a place where the grass is really greener, warm, wet and wild. There must be something in the water. Sipping gin and juice, laying underneath the palm trees. And the birds break their necks, trying to creep a little sneak peek.
What?
You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up. Sex on the beach, we don't mind standing our stilettos. We freak in my Jeep, Snoop Doggy Dogg on the stereo. You could travel the world, but nothing comes close to the Golden Coast. Once you party with us, you'll be falling in love. California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up.
Tone, tan, fit and ready. Turn it up, cause it's getting heavy. Wild, wild, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, I mean like she's the one. Kiss her, touch her, squeeze her bones. The girl's afraid she drive a Jeep and live on the beach. I'm okay, I won't play, I love the bay, just like I love LA. Venice Beach and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything. Homeboys banging out, all that ass hanging out. Bikinis, bikinis, martinis, no weenies, just the king and the queenie. Katie, my lady. Look at here, baby. I'm all up on you, cause you representing California.
California girls were unforgettable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin so hot, will melt your popsicle. California girls were undeniable. Fine, fresh, fierce, we got it on lock. West Coast represent, now put your hands up.
California girls, man.
Great tune there from Katy Perry. Takes us into February, and not very much happened in February. On the 2nd, the Birmingham-based confectionery giant Cadbury was taken over by American rival Kraft Foods in an £11.5 billion deal. On the 3rd, opinion polls indicated that Labour had reduced the Conservative lead to as little as 7 points, increasing the possibility of a hung parliament after the forthcoming general election. And on the 5th, after a long period of negotiations, the political parties of Northern Ireland, including the Democratic Unionist Party and Sinn Féin, reached an agreement to allow for the devolution of policing and justice powers. What's the next track on today's list? Is it CeeLo Green?
CeeLo Green, Forget You.
Well done.
See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. But the forget you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't afford a Ferrari, but that don't mean I can't get you there. I guess she's an Xbox and I'm more Atari. But the way you play your game ain't fair. I picture the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, she's an old, well, just don't you know. Ooh, I've got some news for you. Yeah, go on and tell your little boy free. See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you. Now I know that I had to borrow, beg and steal and lie, cheat, trying to keep you, trying to please you. Being in love with your ass ain't cheap. Now I picture the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, she's an old, well, just don't you know. Ooh, I've got some news for you. Ooh, I really hate your ass right now. See you driving round town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you. Now, baby, 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 why you wanna hurt me so bad? So bad, so bad, so bad. I tried to tell my mama, but she told me this is one for your dad. Yeah, she did. And I'm like, why? Why, baby? I love you. I still love you. Forget you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, forget you and forget her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be richer. Ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best. Forget you.
A great tune there from CeeLo Green, and that leads us into March. On the 2nd, British Broadcasting Corporation Director General Mark Thompson confirmed proposals to close BBC Six Music and the BBC Asian Network as part of a cost-cutting drive. They always do the short-sighted thing, don't they? 5th of March, Prime Minister Gordon Brown gave evidence to the Chilcot inquiry. On the 8th, Jack Straw, the Justice Secretary, rejected ongoing public calls to give reasons why John Venables had been recalled to custody to be made public. And following lengthy discussions between Royal Mail managers and the Communication Workers Union, representatives agreed a deal to settle the postal workers' dispute. On the 10th of March, Chelsea City FC, bottom of the Blue Square Premier League, go out of business after 125 years, less than a year after being relegated from the Football League, where they had spent all but 4 seasons since 1931. What else can I tell you? On the 20th, the first British Airways strike, set to last for 3 days, began. More than 80 planes were grounded at Heathrow Airport alone, and numerous flights were reported as having been cancelled. On the 21st, Times newspaper exposes a number of Labour Party politicians offering to use their positions to lobby for fictitious businesses in the Cash for Influence scandal. And on the 22nd, the Labour Party suspends members of Parliament Patricia Hewitt, Jeff Hoon, Margaret Moran and Stephen Byers from the party as a result of their involvement in it. And I think we'll leave March there because we've got more music to come from Rihanna, don't we?
Yep.
And what is it?
Rihanna, Rude Boy.
Excellent.
Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. Tonight I'ma let you be the captain. Tonight I'ma let you do your thing, yeah. Tonight I'ma let you be a rider. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, babe. Tonight I'ma let it be fire. Tonight I'ma let you take me higher. Tonight, baby, we could get it on, yeah. We could get it on, yeah. Do you like it, boy? I want, what you want. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. What I want is what you want, nah, nah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. Tonight I'ma give it to you harder. Tonight I'ma turn your body out. Relax, let me do it how I wanna. If you got it, I need it, and I'ma put it down. Buckle up, I'ma give it to you stronger. Heads up, we can go a little longer. Tonight I'ma get a little crazy, baby. Like it, boy, I want what you want. Give it to me, baby, like boom, boom, boom. What I want is what you want, nah, nah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah, yeah. I like the way you touch me there. I like the way you pull my hair. Baby, if I don't feel it, I ain't faking, no. I like when you tell me kiss me there. I like when you tell me move it there. So get it up, time to get it up. You say you want real boy, show me what you got now. Come here right now. Take it, baby, take it, love me. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah. Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it up? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough? Take it, yeah, baby, yeah, take it, yeah. Love me. Take it, baby, take it, love me. Yeah. Take it, baby, take it, love me.
Rihanna leads us into April then. On the 6th, Prime Minister Gordon Brown visited Buckingham Palace to seek the Queen's permission to dissolve Parliament on the 12th of April, triggering a general election. On the 9th and 11th, metal detectorist David Crisp discovered the Frome hoard, 52,503 Roman coins dating to the period 253 to 305, one of the largest such finds in Britain. On the 15th, a cloud of volcanic ash from the eruption of that volcano that I won't embarrass myself by trying to name in Iceland caused the closure of airspace over the United Kingdom and Northern and Western Europe. And ITV aired the first of 3 election debates between Gordon Brown, David Cameron and Nick Clegg ahead of the general election. The debates were the first such debates to be broadcast live in the run-up to a UK election. And now we have some more music, and Lily will tell us who it is.
Plan B, she said.
She said, I love you, boy, I love you so. She said, I love you, baby, oh, 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 oh. She said, I love you more than words can say. She said, I love you, baby, hey, 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 babe. So I say, what you saying, girl, it can't be right. Can you be in love with me? We only just met tonight. So she said, boy, I loved you from the start. When I first heard love goes down, something started burning in my heart. I said, stop this crazy talk. Leave right now, close the door. She said, but I love you, boy, I love you so. She said, I love you, baby, oh, 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 oh. She said, I love you more than words can say. She said, I love you, baby, hey, 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 babe. Yes, you did.
So now I'm up in the courts, pleading my case from the witness box. Telling the judge and the jury the same thing that I said to the cops. On the day that I got arrested, I'm innocent, I protested. She just feels rejected. Had her heart broken by someone she's obsessed with. Cause she likes the sound of my music. She makes her a fan of my music. So why love goes down, makes her lose it. Cause she can't separate the man from the music. And I'm saying all this in the stand. When my girl cries tears in the gallery, this has got bigger than I ever could have planned. Like that song by the Zootons, Valerie. Said the jury don't look like they're buying it. And this is making me nervous. Arms crossed, screw face like I'm trying it. The eyes fixed on me like a murderer's. They wanna lock me up or throw away the key. They wanna send me down, even though I told them she.
She said, I love you, boy, I love you so. She said, I love you, baby, oh, 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 oh. Yes, she did. She said, I love you more than words can say. She said, I love you, baby, hey, 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 babe. So I said, then why the hell you gotta treat me this way? You don't know what love is. You wouldn't do this if you did. No, 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 no.
So Plan B takes us into May, and May is a busy month, most of it taken up, unfortunately, with political stuff, so we'll pick and choose. On the 6th, the general election took place, resulting in a hung parliament, and that's all I'm going to say on that because it's very, very dull. On the 9th, Chelsea became champions of the Premier League after beating Wigan Athletic 8-0 in the final day of the season. Oh, there is so much political stuff, and I really don't want to bore you with it. Let me see. Oh, Caroline Lucas became the first Green Member of Parliament, winning Brighton Pavilion. Do you know what? It is so boring. There is so much political stuff. In Scotland, on the 15th, Dundee United win the Scottish Cup with a 3-0 victory over Ross County at Hampden Park. And a 21-year-old woman, Roshana Chowdhury, is charged with the attempted murder of Stephen Timms. 25th of May saw the first state opening of Parliament, with a new parliamentary session took place. On the 26th, a 40-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of murder after the bodies of 3 prostitutes were found in the River Aire in Bradford, West Yorkshire. And I'm going to leave it there because it really is so dull and political. But we have more music, as always. And my special guest will tell us. I think it's Eliza Doolittle, isn't it, Lily?
Yep, Eliza Doolittle. Pack up.
Excellent.
Down, you got pennies, no pounds. So if your business is running out, it's not my business to talk about. They don't think what they say before they open their mouth. You gotta pack up your trouble in your own big bag and bury them beneath the sea. I don't care what the people may say, what the people may say about me.
Eliza Doolittle takes us into June. The Strata is completed, affectionately nicknamed the Razor. It's a 148 metre tall, 43 storey skyscraper with 408 flats. It's at Elephant and Castle in the London Borough of Southwark, and it incorporates wind turbines into its structure. And beavers bred in the wild in Scotland for the first time in 400 years. On the 15th of June, the Savile inquiry into Bloody Sunday found that the British Army was unjustified in shooting 27 civilians in 1972. Prime Minister David Cameron later apologised on behalf of the government. Sadly, on the 20th, the death toll of British forces in Afghanistan reached 300 in 9 years, when a Marine died of his injuries in Queen Elizabeth Hospital, Birmingham, after being wounded in Helmand. Also, the British Motorbike Grand Prix returned to Silverstone. And there is so much political stuff in this year that I'm going to leave June there So we need some more music, special guest. So what's coming?
The Wanted All-Time Low.
Brilliant.
Praying won't do it, hating won't do it, drinking won't do it, fighting won't knock you out of my head. Hiding won't hide it, smiling won't hide it, like I ain't tried it, everyone's tried it now, and failed somehow. So when you gonna let me out, out? And if you know, how do you get up from an all-time low? I'm in pieces, it seems like pieces, the only thing I never know. How do you get out? 'Cause driving won't do it, flying won't do it, denying won't do it, crying won't drown it out. What you said. When I'm standing on the yellow line, waiting at the station, or I'm late for work, a vital presentation. If you call me now, girl, without reservation, I would try to break through. But if you know, how do you get up from an all-time low? I'm in pieces, it seems like pieces, the only thing I never know. How do you get up from an all-time low? I can't even find a place to start. How do I choose between my head and heart? Till it ceases, I never know. How do you get up from an all-time low? Can you hear me? Can't you hear me? Can you hear me? And if you know, how do you get up from an all-time low? I'm in pieces, it seems like pieces, the only thing I never know. How do you get up from an all-time low? I can't even find a place to start. How do I choose between my head and heart? Till it ceases, I never know. How do you get up from an all-time low? I can't even find a place to start. How do I choose between my head and heart? Till it ceases, I'll never know. How do you get up from an all-time low?
The Wanted take us into July. Christopher Brown, aged 29, is shot dead in Gateshead, Tyne and Wear by a gunman who badly wounds his 22-year-old girlfriend Samantha Stobart. On the 4th, PC David Rathband is badly wounded in another shooting incident in Newcastle upon Tyne. The gunman is reported to be 37-year-old Raoul Moat, who is also named as a suspect in the incident in Gateshead. On the 7th, United Kingdom commemorates the 5th anniversary of the 7/7 bombings. On the 9th, Northumbria police are reported to have found an armed man believed to be the murder suspect Raoul Moat in the local area and are negotiating with him to persuade him to give himself up. The following day, the week-long police manhunt for Raoul Moat comes to an end after he shoots himself dead after following a 6-hour standoff with officers in a field in Rothbury, Northumberland. On the 11th, the British Grand Prix at Silverstone is won by Mark Webber, with Lewis Hamilton in second place. On the 16th, the High Court rules that the Yorkshire Ripper Peter Sutcliffe, jailed for life in 1981 for murdering 13 women and attempting to murder 7 others, should never be released from custody. There's a lot of violence in this particular month. Gavin Grant, a former footballer who played for Millwall, Wycombe Wanderers and Bradford City, is found guilty of a murder committed in Harlesden, London, 6 years previously. On the 28th, Home Secretary Theresa May announces plans to scrap use of antisocial behaviour orders in England and Wales. Now we need some more music, and I do believe it's Scouting for Girls, isn't it, my special guest?
Yep. Scouting for Girls. This ain't a love song.
Every night I remember that evening, the way you looked when you said you were leaving, the way you cried as you turned to walk away, the cruel words and the false accusations, the mean looks and the same old frustrations. I never thought that we'd throw it all away, but we threw it all away. And I'm a little bit lost without you, and I'm a bloody big mess inside, and I'm a little bit lost without you. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. I've been lost, I've been out, I've been losing, I've been tired, I'm all hurt and confusion, I've been mad, I'm the kind of man that I'm not. And though I'm down, I'll be coming back fighting. I may be scared and a little bit frightened, but I'll be back, I'll be coming back to life. I'll be coming back to life. And I'm a little bit lost without you, and I'm a bloody big mess inside, and I'm a little bit lost without you. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. And I'm a little bit lost without you, and I'm a bloody big mess inside, and I'm a little bit lost without you. This ain't a love song, this is goodbye. It's alright, 'cause you can try but you never keep me down. It's alright, I may be lost but you never keep me down. And you can try but you never keep me down. And you can try, I know I'm lost but I'm waiting to be found. You never keep me down. You never keep me down. And never keep me down.
You're listening to Guess the Year here on Radio Lewes, where the music matters, and Scouting for Girls now leads us into August. Government plans to scrap free school milk for the under fives are reversed by David Cameron amid fears that voters would be reminded of Thatcher the Milk Snatcher episode of Edward Heath's 1970-74 government. I do think that's a little bit funny. On the 9th, Martin O'Neill resigns after 4 years as manager of FA Premier League club Aston Villa, despite having guided them to European qualification in the previous 3 seasons, their best run in over a decade. On the 17th, Lord Pearson Rannoch announces that he is to step down as leader of the UK Independence Party less than a year after being elected to the position, stating that he is not much good at party politics. And on the 29th, News of the World prints evidence that the current Lord's Test between England and Pakistan was rigged in a match-fixing scam. Dirty business. We've got music from Adele now, haven't we, Lily?
Yep, Adele, Feel My Love.
when the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love.
A beautiful song from Adele takes us into September. On the 1st, former Prime Minister Tony Blair's memoirs A Journey are published, containing criticisms about his successor Gordon Brown, claiming that Brown could be maddening and is lacking emotional intelligence. That's not very nice. On the 3rd, Annie Turnbull, believed to be the oldest person in Britain, dies at the age of 111. And on the 4th, Tony Blair is pelted with missiles when attending a book signing in Dublin, in the Republic of Ireland. 4 people are arrested in connection with the attack, which is believed to have stemmed from protests against the Afghan and Iraqi wars. Let me see. On the 23rd of September, the Thanet wind farm is officially opened by Liberal Democrat MP Chris Huhne, and Øystein Losseth, head of Swedish firm Vattenfall, who built the turbines at a cost of £750 million over 2 years. On the 25th, Ed Miliband is elected to become leader of the Labour Party and leader of the opposition, narrowly beating his brother David in the final round of the leadership contest. And maybe in a fit of pique on the 29th, after losing the Labour Party leadership challenge to his brother Ed, David Miliband announces he will not be serving in his brother's shadow cabinet, although he will continue as an MP. Well, brothers always fight, don't they? So, more music, special guest. What have we got next?
Rosie Good Times.
Excellent.
I'm gonna leave the day behind. Don't you worry, 'cause I'm gonna have a real good time.
We're gonna have a real good time.
I'm gonna leave the world outside. Spend my money, oh, it's gonna be a real good time.
We're gonna have a real good night. Let's go late night shopping, high street popping.
Don't you worry,
Let's go West End clubbing, champagne popping.
gonna have a real good
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping.
Don't you worry,
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping. No fear, good times are here. When I come round, the good times appear. Good times are near. I like to live life like whether you're gone, the good times are here. Where late night shopping on a Thursday, and I fall out more on a birthday. I'm always flying abroad. When I wake up tomorrow, gonna be in the first place.
when it's over, I can come alive. I'm in the mood to live a higher life. Now when the DJ drops the sound of mine, I'll be satisfied. I'm gonna leave the day behind. Don't you worry, 'cause I'm gonna have a real good time.
We're gonna have a real good time.
I'm gonna leave the world outside. Spend my money, 'cause it's gonna be a real good night.
We're gonna have a real good night. Go late night shopping, high street popping.
Don't you worry,
Let's go West End clubbing, champagne popping.
gonna have a real good
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping.
Don't you worry,
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping. I want everybody on the atlas to feel this fantastic. If you see a good time, grab it, have a laugh. Don't let it pass. We get one life and it goes quite rapid. Bad times can't match it. This is the best way to live. Non-stop party all round the clock with no negatives. Have a good time and stay positive.
9 to 5. When it's over, I can come alive. I'm in the mood to live a higher life. Now when the DJ drops the sound of mine, I'll be satisfied. I'm gonna leave the day behind. Don't you worry, 'cause I'm gonna have a real good time.
We're gonna have a real good time.
I'm gonna leave the world outside. Spend my money, 'cause it's gonna be a real good night.
We're gonna have a real good night. Go late night shopping, high street popping.
Don't you worry,
Let's go West End clubbing, champagne popping.
gonna have a real good
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping.
Don't you worry,
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping. Flash dirty cash, I'm splashing out. Share it with the van, I give the whole ration out. Keep the level up while the rest frassing out. Anybody guessing I'm lashing out standard. Just started, party ain't over. Can't be that, everybody's still sober. Call all the freeloaders over. Tell them have a bottle and a glass on me. The night ain't done, the night's still young. It's just started, it's just begun. The night ain't over, it's only one. I ain't half party, I spend more than a ton. Celebrate every day like a B-day. The party don't stop unless we say. I bring the vibes as if I was a DJ. You only get one life, no replay.
I'm gonna leave the day behind. Don't you worry, 'cause I'm gonna have a real good time.
We're gonna have a real good time.
I'm gonna leave the world outside. Spend my money, 'cause it's gonna be a real good night.
We're gonna have a real good night. Go late night shopping, high street popping.
Don't you worry,
Let's go West End clubbing, champagne popping.
gonna have a real good
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping.
Don't you worry,
Let's keep it rocking, party ain't stopping.
That takes us into October. On the 1st, the Equality Act comes into effect, consolidating legalisation requiring equal treatment in access to employment and services regardless of gender, race, health, disability, sexual orientation, belief and age. And on the same day, the Ryder Cup golf tournament opens at Celtic Manor Resort, the first time it's been held in Wales. On the 15th of October, American company New England Sports Ventures completes a £300 million takeover of Liverpool FC. And what else can I tell you? On the 26th of October, the Independent Print Limited launches I, the first national daily newspaper for a quarter of a century. The 20p paper is aimed at readers and lapsed readers of quality newspapers. And on the 30th, an explosive device is intercepted at East Midlands Airport, preventing a potential terrorist bombing of a passenger aeroplane. On the same day, a similar package is found on a cargo plane in Dubai. Al-Qaeda is suspected of being responsible for both incidents. We got November next, but not before more music. Lily, what we got next?
We have
Duck Sauce.
Duck Sauce, Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand.
Fantastic tune there from Duck Sauce Caesars Into November. On the 4th, the 1 millionth Range Rover is produced at the Land Rover factory in Solihull, 40 years after the original Range Rover was first produced. On the 5th, Nigel Farage is elected as the leader of the re-elected as the leader of the UK Independence Party, and a concrete mixer lorry falls on a train near Oxholt. On the 10th, university students riot outside the Conservative Party headquarters in Millbank, London, in protest against funding cuts and proposals to increase tuition fees. On the 11th, the government unveils plans for the biggest shake-up of the welfare system since the 1940s. On the 24th, a second protest in London sees thousands of students demonstrate. Trouble flares in Whitehall, resulting in 17 people being injured and 32 people are arrested. Unrest also spreads into cities including Brighton, Manchester, Oxford, Cambridge and Sheffield, with street protests and university building sit-in protests taking place. On the 25th of November, an icy blast hits northeast Scotland, with weather forecasts suggesting that the rest of the country will be affected in the coming days. And I think we're going to leave November there. We've got December coming up, and I think we've got music from Professor Green now.
Okay, the next song is Professor Green, I Need You Tonight.
Hello?
Hello, babe, what's happening? You cool?
Yeah, alright, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm good. What's going on?
Yeah, nothing, chilling.
Alright. What you up to there?
Oh, yeah, about that. Do you know what I'm reading? It's a playback.
I need you tonight. This ain't so stereotypical, man. Not for a stereotypical man. It should be me that wants to get rid of you. Instead it's you that don't give a damn. It was meant to be a one-night thing, nothing more than a little one-night fling. Now
when I'm in need, you're the one I ring. I need you tonight. But she's playing hard to get. Her brunette is such class, she's hard to forget. See, at first I wasn't after her heart, but couldn't stop thinking about her after I left. I'm beginning to lose my cool. It appears in love I fall. I'm ready to put my all in, and all she does is ignore my call. She's everything I want. How can she be so hard? Yeah, so hard to me. How can it be so wrong? And yet it looks so right. I wish I never knew I need you tonight. This lady's driving me crazy. She blows it on cold like the AC. I just can't figure her out. Next time I'm with her, I'm pinning her down. I'm gonna find out if she's on it or not. Cause all of this shit is long. See her front like I'm okay, but I'm not. I'm being played at my own game and it's long. I ain't no idiot. I'm pro, I'm no intermediate. So next time she phones me, I ain't even gonna pick up the phone to speak in it. Nope, I swear down. Wait a minute, that's her now. Alright, just give me a time and a place. She's everything I want. How can she be so hard? Yeah, so hard to me. How can it be so wrong? And yet it looks so right. I wish I never knew I need you tonight. I need you, I need you. I need you, I need you. I need you, I want you. Won't stop until I've got you. There's nothing I will not do. I need you tonight. Look, I ain't never been the type to be this. No, I ain't never been the type to be with. She's exposing the side of me that I'm trying to fight, I'm trying to hide. My pride, I'm trying to find it, but ain't seen it. I'ma need you. I know but can't help it, I'm fiending. I need you tonight. She's everything I want. How can she be so hard? Yeah, so hard to me. How can it be so wrong? And yet it looks so right. I wish I never knew I need you tonight. She's everything I want. How can she be so hard? Yeah, so hard to me. How can it be so wrong? And yet it looks so right. I wish I never. I need you tonight. I need you. Say it out. It's just a song. In real life, this would never happen to me. I am a pimp. Women chase me.
And Professor Green does see us into December. On the first, heavy snow and freezing temperatures now affect most of the country, with road, rail and air services disrupted and thousands of schools shut. Gatwick and Edinburgh airports are both closed. Also on the first, Spanish-born Ana Patricia Botín becomes the first woman chief executive officer of a British bank. That would be Santander UK. On a second, England's bid to host the 2018 FIFA World Cup fails, having attracted only 2 votes. It is finally awarded to Russia. On a third, Royal Navy aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal returns to Portsmouth for the last time before being decommissioned. The amphibious warfare ship HMS Albion is announced as her successor as the Royal Navy's flagship. A second wave of protests in London by university students takes place on the 9th, with increased tuition fees and reduced public spending on higher education being the reason. It takes place in Whitehall. A cenotaph, war memorial and a statue of Winston Churchill are vandalised, and a car transporting the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall is attacked. On the 15th, unemployment has risen to 2.5 million for the first monthly rise in 6 months. On the 21st, the Business Secretary, Vince Cable, loses power to rule on Rupert Murdoch's takeover of B-Sky B after being recorded stating that he had declared war on Murdoch by undercover reporters from the Daily Telegraph. And one more. On the 29th, the Greater Gabbard Wind Farm first generates electricity. Now we've got some more music for you before I look at any movies of the year, and we have music from
Train Hey Soul Sister.
Your lipstick stains
and that's Train. Now for some of the movies of the year. The Reef, Inside Job, Monsters, Predators, Inception, Tron Legacy unfortunately, The Book of Eli, Skyline, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and Iron Man 2, to name but a few. If you haven't got it already, this has been 2010, and it is the last in the series of Guess the Year. I would like to say thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much indeed for my special guest, my lovely granddaughter Lily. We've got one more track to tell you about, which is it Khalees?
Khalees Acapella.
So, from me, I've been Ben Fuller, and
Bye, guys.
and Lily, thank you very much. Goodbye, and whenever you tune in again, stay safe. Ta-da.
I was walking with
Radio Lewes. Local community webcasting.